Hello everyone. Last time we had dealt with the part asexual reproduction in living organisms. Today we'll revise quickly with the part sexual reproduction in plants. So what is sexual reproduction? In the case of sexual reproduction, two germ cells are involved. One is female and another is male gamete. Your two parents are involved where male parent is responsible for production of male gamete while female parent is responsible for formation of female gamete. Fusion of male gamete and female gamete gives rise to zygote. In this zygote, recombinant genes are present from both the parents, and therefore the child which is born shows similarities with the parents for some characters as well as show some characters which are different in both the plants and both the parents, sorry. So this is responsible for genetic variation and it is very useful for adjusting with the changing environment. And therefore, plants and animals can save themselves from being extinct. So what is sexual reproduction in plants? Flowers is known for as the structural unit of sexual reproduction in plants. It consists of four whorls: calyx, corolla, gynoecium, and androecium. These calyxes are made up of sepals which are green in color. These are responsible for photosynthesis as well as responsible for protection of the inner whorls. Corolla, which is made up of petals, they are mostly colorful and responsible for pollination, one of the biggest important event in the process of fertilization. Next, gynoecium, which is known as female part of the flower, which consists of ovary, style, and stigma. While next word is androecium, which is known as male reproductive structure, which consists of filament and anther. So altogether, a flower possesses four whorls: calyx, corolla, gynoecium, and androecium. So if you will see, androecium and gynoecium, they are called as essential whorls because they perform the function of reproduction. While calyx and corolla are called as accessory whorls, they just help in protection of inner whorls. Now, there are two types of flower: bisexual flower and unisexual flower. Bisexual flower have both the whorls, that is androecium and gynoecium both, which is found in hibiscus. Unisexual flowers are those which have only one whorl, either male whorl or a female whorl in a single flower, which is found in papaya. And therefore, there are two types of unisexual flowers: male flower with only androecium, female flower with only gynoecium. So you can see over here bisexual flower with both gynoecium and androecium, staminate flower with only androecium, pistillate flower with only gynoecium. Now, next, the stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. So if the flower has a pedicel, it is called as pedicellate flower. And if the flower does not have the stalk, then it is called as sessile flower. Carpels. So you can see this is the structure of a carpel, which consists of stigma, style, and ovary. Inside this ovary, there can be only one ovule or there can be many ovules. And this ovule is responsible for production of this embryo sac. Inside this embryo sac, you can find very important structure that is called as egg and the two polar nuclei, which is going to be involved in the process of fertilization. Now, next very important process which occurs during fertilization is pollination. So what is pollination? The pollen grains which are produced inside the anther are needed to be passed from the anther to the stigma of the same flower or of the different flower. So this is done by the process called as pollination by the pollinating agents. There are two types of pollinating agents, abiotic agents and biotic agents. Abiotic agents are wind and water, while biotic agents are insects and other animals like bats. So what happens in the case of pollination? The pollen grains which are produced inside the anther are passed by the pollinating agent to the stigma of the flower, and therefore the further process of fertilization can take place. So what is double fertilization? So when the pollens reach on the stigma of the flower, that is stigma of the gynoecium, it produces a pollen tube, and this pollen tube carries two male gametes. Out of the two male gametes, one male gamete fuses with the polar nuclei to form endosperm, while the another male gamete fuses with the egg to form the zygote. As two male nuclei participate in this process, it is called as double fertilization. After fertilization, the ovule which is left gets converted into seed, while the ovary gets converted into fruit. The seeds which are produced by the embryo sac, when they fall upon the ground, the fruit breaks up and germinates in the soil under favorable conditions to give rise to a new plant. So, how does the zygote develop? The zygote develop at the cost of food stored in the endosperm, which is produced during double fertilization, and a new planted is formed, that is called as seed germination. So, this is the overall summary of what are the four whorls present in the flower, what is pollination, what is double fertilization, and how does the seed develop, as well as how does the fruit develop. Thank you.